Hello and hi and welcome to another video. Today we are going to listen to me talk about my favorite drawings of the 2021 year, by month, because I'm bored and because why not and because I said so. So buckle up and get ready for a bunch of explanations with this text-to-speech reader that you might not be able to understand. Before we get started, let me introduce today's text-to-speech reader, Sharon. Everybody say hi to Sharon. Okay, done. Now let's get started with January. Starting off in January, which is quite a long category, so be ready, but we are starting with this drawing right here. I don't have a name for it, so let's just title it Two-Faced for now. I don't think this has been posted on any social media, so this is the first time I'm really showing it to anyone. I really like the hair shading and background for this one, and it's probably one of my January favorites because of that. Next we have my Kiyaki fan art. I really liked Kiyaki in January, but she's probably one of my lesser favorites now. I really like the shading for this drawing, and the anatomy is pretty good. I like the overall vibe, and the background is nice too. This is the second to last one for January, and it's my Thought Crime song scene. This song was one of my favorites in January, and I really like the melody, and the meaning of the lyrics. This drawing took over 7 hours, and is probably one of the most visually appealing drawings that I've drawn. The colors and backgrounds are really pretty, but the character could use some work. Last drawing for January. This is just a simple background drawing I used as my Google wallpaper for a while, but it's very visually stunning, and the colors are super pretty. I notice that most of my sunsets usually share the same colors, but I think those colors are the prettiest for a sunset. Moving on to February. First off, we have this drawing of these two girls. February is Valentine's month, and I wanted to draw a bunch of cute couple stuff, but I suck at drawing male characters, so I went with females instead. I think this is very pretty, and I really like the rain. Next, we have this fan art of my Yondir Simulator Awk and my sister's Yondir Simulator Awk. This is a very pretty drawing and I like the shading, hair, and eyes. I think I did a really good job on this one, and it took me 8 hours. Moving on to probably my favorite of February. I'm probably going to crop a little bit off the bottom to avoid getting my video taken down my YouTube, but I love the eye shading on this drawing. The face, hair, and everything is super cute about it. This drawing is a redraw of one of my oldest drawings, which I think is still on my main YouTube. Lastly, we have this digital watercolor drawing that I attempted. I think it's look really pretty, and I should definitely do digital watercolor more often. It looks really soft and especially proud of the skin shading. Moving on to March and to one of my all-time favorite drawings. This drawing is absolutely amazing, and it's probably one of my best. I literally made an entire video about this one drawing. The anatomy, the clothes, the hair, the face, and background, the objects in the background, the details, the mood, the vibe of this drawing is absolutely amazing, and it's beautiful and I love it. If I were to pick my top 3 drawings I've ever drawn, this will be one of them. Okay, now moving on to April. I had just realized I barely drew in March, and that was probably because I was working on other projects during that month. Anyway, no, it's April, and we are going to talk about this drawing. This drawing is really pretty, and I drew it because I was entering a Draw This in Your Own Style by my favorite artist. I think the eyes and hair look super pretty and really good on this drawing. Sadly, I didn't win first place or get an honorable mention, but I'm still happy I joined because I wouldn't have been able to draw this. Next is another Draw This in Your Style I entered. The character for this was super pretty, and I really like the background and eye shading. The anatomy for this one is pretty good too, especially the legs, which I struggle with a lot. The next drawing is a little bit of a trigger, so I'm going to put a warning. Please be careful of cuts, bruises, stitches, scars, gore, BL00D, scissors, and slight NSFW when proceeding. If you are not okay with any of the before mentioned, skip to the timestamp on the screen. Please proceed with caution and be safe. Anyways, moving on from that, this drawing is probably my favorite for April. It's perfect and this exactly the kind of stuff I really like to draw. The anatomy is perfect and all the cuts and bruises are super good too. I think I really nailed the eerie vibe that I was going for and am super proud of this. Last but not least, for April anyways, is my Roblox avatar. This drawing is super pretty, I really like the colors. The anatomy is super good and all the little details are great. I messed up a little bit with the perspective but it's okay. Moving on to May. This is a drawing I did for another Draw This in Your Own Style, this time by a different artist. I think the anatomy for this one is simple but still good. I really like how the hair looks and it's probably my favorite part. The face is also super cute and I love the eyes. Unfortunately I didn't win for this one either, or get an honorable mention, but it's okay because I still think the result is good. Next up is my Dremel redraw. This drawing is super pretty. I am so glad I decided to redraw it. I really like the background and face for this drawing, and the vibe is immaculate. Last but not least, another redraw. This was a Vocaloid-inspired character I drew, and I actually drew this with my fingers so I am pretty proud. Again, the anatomy super good and I really like the background. I wish it was as detailed as my old version, but I ran out of ideas. Moving on to Junyi. This drawing I drew because of an art swap I did with a friend. I was supposed to only make the line art, but I ended up to color it because I was bored. Now I think the results is super pretty. I especially like how the eyes and hair look, and I could probably never recreate this if I tried. Last one for June is my Rushy fan art. I love this drawing, and I was super happy when she saw it and complimented it. The shading for this one is immaculate and the hair is super pretty too. Now for July. Starting off we have this, and I drew it because I was drawing one of my friend's old drawings. This drawing is super cute and I love the shading on it. The hair looks really good too and so do the eyes. Next is my Klee and Kiki fan art. I originally started this at like 11 at night for Klee's birthday, but I couldn't finish it in time, so I ended up not making it a birthday present. This is again, another digital watercolor, and I think I did better than the last time. The colors are super pretty, and I like how simplistic but detailed this drawing is. Last one for July is this drawing. It started off as a little doodle, but I guess I got more into it as I continued. The hands look really good on this drawing and so do the eyes. The eyes glow a little bit, and I also like the hair. The background is a little much but I like the skulls. Now for August. I really like the series where I drew the Warriors of Hope, except Monaka, from Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. This was really good practice for drawing more masculine characters and males. Of course I drew Kotoko too, and she's a girl. I like how each drawing kind of represents the characters' personalities. Overall these are super colorful and fun to draw. Now for the last drawing. Since right now it's August and I haven't drawn anything after my Yoimiya. This drawing is my absolute favorite drawing as of right now. I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love Yoimiya and she's probably my favorite Inazuma character apart from Yae. I feel like I did a great job with the anatomy of her, although she's a little stiff. I also did a good job with all the details she has on her clothes and body overall. And the background is super pretty. I love drawing the fireworks and all the different patterns and designs, even though they all look the same. Also the lighting on Yoimiya looks so pretty. This is actually one of my best works and I'm super proud of it and I hope I can draw things just as pretty in the future. Now that you've listened to me talk about my favorite drawings for the past 10 minutes or so, tell me what you think. What's your favorite? It doesn't have to be from this video, it could also be from on Instagram, since I post pretty much every drawing on there. Anyways, thanks for watching me talk about drawings and I will see you next time. Goo.